Getting older.
In the 1980s, minivans succeeded station wagons as the vehicle of choice to move families. The Chrysler Town Country, Dodge Caravan, and Plymouth Voyager broke that ground, and Chrysler has owned the segment for most of its existence. Though still popular with practical types, minivans have been ceding ground to crossovers for a while, and after 30 years, minivan evolution has slowed, with only the occasional noteworthy feature like a built-in vacuum making headlines. The 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid is the next big idea in the segment. In fact, we think its plug-in hybrid powertrain is the biggest minivan idea since the original. Yes, we are excited about a hybrid people mover. For 2017, Chrysler has reworked, refocused, and renamed its minivan effort, ditching the Town & Country moniker in lieu of the Pacifica nameplate. The odd recycled name aside, it's not only far superior to Chrysler's outgoing minivan, but, with most of the competition several years old, the new Pacifica is easily the current class leader. But while the minivan's practicality is undeniable, they're not always the most efficient. It's a wonder, then, that no competitor has packaged a hybrid system into a minivan before, especially Toyota, given its dominance in hybrid everything else. Toyota does offer a hybrid minivan in its home market, but the Sienna's only calling card is that it's now the sole American van to offer all-wheel drive, something Chrysler gave up when it started hiding the seats in the floor years ago. Owing in part to its newness, the non-hybrid Pacifica was already one of the most fuel-efficient minivans on the market, with ratings of 28 miles per gallon highway, 18 city, and 22 combined. Add in the hybrid equipment, with its 16 kWh battery pack providing 30 miles of electric-only range, and the new Pacifica Hybrid achieves an astounding 84 mph, trouncing everything else in the segment, because, again, it's the only hybrid van. When working as a hybrid and not in EV mode, the Pacifica Hybrid nets a combined rating of 32 miles per gallon. On a full tank and a full charge, it has a range of 566 miles. The hybridized version weighs 650 pounds more than a standard Pacifica. That's after some of the added weight from batteries and motors has been offset by a hood, sliding doors, and liftgate made from aluminum instead of steel. The suspension has been adjusted well enough that you don't really notice the added mass driving down the road. The more noticeable impact of adding the battery pack concerns its location. It's stored under the floor, in the space normally reserved for the second row stow-and-go seating when it's in its stowed position, although the third row is still stowable. Buyers will have to choose one or the other, the hybrid or the ability to make some seats vanish without lugging them out by hand, and for some, that may be a deal breaker. As long as you're not hauling full sheets of plywood at the drop of a hat, the trade-off is definitely worth the 30 miles of all-electric range and improved mileage the rest of the time. On the subject of stowing, there's no available integrated stow and vacuum for the hybrid, it's only included on the top non-hybrid trim. In normal operation, the hybrid behaves much like the gas-only Pacifica, but there are some differences that should be easy enough to get used to. Like with most EVs and hybrids, careful modulation of the accelerator and brake pedals helps preserve and recapture battery charge. Shifting the Pacifica Hybrid to L allows for some short spats of one-pedal driving, slowing the car with the electric motors in wagon mode rather than using the brake pedal. Find a big enough hill, like the 9% grade we descended, and you can recharge the battery noticeably. Just realize you will use more energy to get back to the top, because physics doesn't let you brake even. One change that isn't really noticeable is the fully blended braking system. Drivers of early hybrids often complained about the unnatural feel of the braking systems, which made it obvious when they went from wagon to mechanical braking. This has gotten better over time, but there are still hybrids available that don't quite have linear brake pedal response or normal feel, especially at low speeds. That's not true here, as Chrysler engineers have figured out a braking system that both manages the vehicle's extra weight and provides a direct reaction from the pedal. In electric mode, the Pacifica Hybrid has the quiet and smooth demeanor that's typical of EVs. When you finally run out of juice, or dip into the throttle far enough, the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 kicks on. It's not the most pleasant-sounding engine Chrysler has ever produced, and that's more evident in contrast to the electric calmness. In this application, the Pentastar runs on the more efficient Atkinson cycle. While that boosts fuel economy, it drops output, which is down to 260 horsepower from 287. It still feels plenty strong, although he didn't get a chance to test the already heavier hybrid with a full load of people and stuff.
Us to see, but